y'all really don't want a real man like how y'all say y'all do. Y'all just be talking because it sound good. Y'all may want the image of it, but y'all don't really want what comes with being with a real man.
Yeah, when I'm listening to her say that, I'm thinking about like, that's anything in life, right? Think about success. Like, y'all seen that meme of the success meme where it's this guy and he's like on stage and it's in front of him, it says what people see and it says like success, but behind them it's like what they don't see is the late nights, the dedication, the patience, the consistency. So a lot of times in the society, we all want what we see somebody else have, but it's like, do you really want what they have? If you knew what they had to do to go get that Mercedes, you probably wouldn't want to do that. Or if you knew what really takes to have that healthy relationship, you probably wouldn't want to do that. You know, a lot of times we let society and outside sources affect what we want. We want things because we see that other people want it. But if you really wanted a healthy relationship, if you really wanted a man, you would have to put in the work to be what that man wants. You would have to be ready for it, prepared for it. Just the same way like when you're buying a luxury car. You ready for the car note? You ready for that car insurance? You ready for that maintenance? You ready for the intention of having that type of car? You ready for people to throw you backhanded compliments? These are the things you got to be ready. You got to be built for stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because yeah, it looks good. Yeah. In a relationship, yeah, it's cool to be in a relationship, but what about when y'all have disagreements? What about when y'all don't see things the same way? You know what I'm saying? What you gonna do then? You gonna bow out?
Because here's the thing. A real man is gonna be a leader. And that man is not gonna want no loud, obnoxious woman that's always questioning him, constantly challenging him. He does not want to fight with you every day because you don't.
For us as men, and this is anybody, right? The world is already enough to deal with. You either got a job you got to go to, you got to deal with your boss, or you are an entrepreneur where you are responsible for making money. And as a man, we have too much on our shoulders that we have to worry about to be coming home or dealing with a woman who wants to go against that. Shout out to Ron Wills. Like, it's so important that we deal with a woman who's in cooperation with our operation. If the woman's always questioning you, questioning your moves, always finding something to pick at, never coming with no solutions, it's always your fault. Why would you want to be in that situation? Because she got a fat ass? That, I'm sorry, but that's no longer enough for me. Maybe 10 years ago, it was enough. And I would put up with it. But at the end of the day, you don't have to put up with it. It's people out here who will be in cooperation with your operation. See, my focus is still going to be on my success and prioritizing my life, my family. That's where my mind is at. Because if you come in my life and you want to be difficult, the door is right there. I don't care.
Don't know how to shut up. If you want a real man that's gonna provide and protect, you have to fall back and let him do what he was made to do. We hear all the time how black women are the least protected. But what we don't talk about is maybe the reason we're not getting the protection we want from our men is because don't nobody want to protect somebody that don't even like to listen. Some of y'all.
Yeah, and that's the thing too. That's the biggest thing. The biggest thing people got to understand is what makes somebody a good communicator is the ability to be a good listener. Because when you're a good listener, you're able to kind of like process the conversation. And a lot of times people just want you to when people are venting, they just want you to listen. And a lot of times when we deal with certain women, it's not all women, but when we deal with certain women as men, we don't feel heard. So we can be saying how we feel to a woman and she just disregards that and makes it all about her. And anytime a woman does that, it's a turnoff. Because it's like you're making this all about you. You're not taking no accountability. You're not changing. But I'm supposed to just deal with it. I work too hard in my life. I put too much work into going into the gym, into my fashion, and to keeping myself up, and to providing y'all valuable content week after week. I'm doing way too much to be dealing or have a woman in my life where it's like You constantly want to be combative. You always want to test it. I'm good. I don't have to put up with that. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make you regret it. It's gonna be what's like that Drake and 21 Savage album called Her Loss.
All black women, y'all want to act like a man. Y'all want to do everything that the man do. Okay, then that means you got to protect your own self, because that's what real men do. See, y'all don't want a real man. Y'all want a weak man. Y'all want a man to let y'all do whatever y'all want to do, say whatever y'all want to say. Y'all want him to ask y'all for permission. But baby, that's not a real man. That's a simp.
She's right. She's right. I have encountered that in the last couple years with several women where they want you to kind of fold to their lead. And any man that does that is a weak man, because to me, I'm not doing that, because baby girl, I know how to lead. I'm sure of myself. I'm confident. I'm working on all areas of my life. I'm grinding with my content. I'm getting to it. I know where I'm going. And if you want to be in cooperation with my operation, let me go. We don't need to do all this combativeness and you trying to do this. No, I'm good, because I'm not following your lead. And it's okay. If that, and I know it sucks, because sometimes you may like a woman or you may want to be with her, but maybe that's just somebody you have fun with and you don't take it serious. And that's okay. Because at the end of the day, you're going to put yourself in a position to be miserable. Who wants to be with somebody every day you got to come home to, and they're combative? They never see your side of things. They play victim's mentality. They never hold themselves accountable. But yet I'm holding myself accountable when I do wrong, but you don't do the same. I'm good.
A pretty face will get you bent over by a man, but it won't make him make you his woman, right? A lot of women confuse that. They think, oh, I'm cute. I got a pretty face. I look good. I can get a man. Again, he'll lay down with you every single night. Every night. You have to realize that he don't see value in you. He don't see you as wife material. He don't see you as someone he can commit to, create a family with. He sees you as the fun girl, the girl I can just get whatever I want, who's going to give her body to me whenever I want to, however I want to. And your go-to is you're cute. You look good. But again, what does that mean? I think that a beautiful face and a nice body is going to be the end-all be-all, but that stank, nasty attitude will always rule you out, and you will always get put in that I'll just play with her box. And you don't want to be that woman. You don't. Ask yourself this question: where has my pretty face gotten me over the years when it comes to dating? Think about it.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's a whole thing going around where it's kind of like, are men intimidated by women that have a lot going on? And a lot of times these women be looking good, but it's their attitude is what turns everybody off, because you got all these demands. You're being combative. You're trying to tell a man how to be a man. And that's a turnoff for us. And that's why, like, as men, we have to stand up and be like, you know what? Your looks is not good enough. Oh, I got to pay to play. Oh, I'm good. Oh, I'm not commenting on your Instagram post. Oh, I got to do this to hang out with you. I got to take you to a nice dinner spot on the first date. Oh, I'm good. We got to say no to it, because women, they say they want a man to lead, but yet, like the woman said in the first video, you really want a guy to be weak and to fold to you and to fall to all your demands, and then you're going to chew them up to spit them out. So what do you really want? And this is not a bash women video. Y'all know, if you watch my channel, I give it to men and I give it to women. I go in on both. Like, I give constructive criticism to both sides. I keep it fair, because a lot of these things are men's fault, and there are things that are women's fault as well. So this is not on my channel, this is not no one-sided thing. PSA announcement: just like a woman shouldn't have to put up with a man who's on some BS, you as a man shouldn't be putting up with no woman who's on BS. Because at the end of the day, Josh, I know what it feels like to be with a woman where she allows me to lead, but she's not bowing down to me. Like, she ain't no, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, this ain't no, y'all know how they say, like, with Asian women, they kind of like are super submissive. Like, I ain't talking that extreme, but what I'm saying, I've been with women where they have allowed me to lead because they see, like, okay, he knows what he's doing. Let me allow him to go. And she's not giving me the pushback. She's adding on value. How can I add to this man's life? He has a lot going on. How can I make it easier for him? That's the type of woman you should be going for. So like I said on every video, man, we must continue to put ourselves first. All right, guys, that's my video for today, man. I appreciate you guys for coming over to the channel as always. And until the next time,